Hello there, ICS fans, computer science fans. This video rather, is going to show you how to get your JavaScript from jsBin or something like that into a file so that you can run it outside of jsBin. That's what this program is going to do. So notice that I'm in jsBin and here's my JavaScript and everything seems to be working just fine. I run this and it's got a prompt and it asks me what I want to do and I put in 23 and that's let's assume that this program is working the way that I want it to. So what I need to do then is I need this program to be in a file of its own. So I'm going to copy this code and put it into a program like Notepad++, control paste that in there. And right now it looks weird. There's no color on it, no nothing. It's because Notepad++ deals with a whole bunch of different files, not just JavaScript. And in fact, we've been using this for HTML for quite some time. So I'm going to File, Save As, and I've got a big file with a whole bunch of temporary files here. What I need to do is save it as a JavaScript file, and I'm going to call it my program answer or something like that, whatever you want to call it, and save it there. And I got to remember what I called it. And notice now it changes and recognizes a bunch of stuff. I can't run just the JavaScript, unfortunately. The only things I can run are web pages. So I need a web page that's connected to this. Okay? And so I need to go and get myself a web page. In fact, you can write your own web page, File, New, and then start writing a web page from scratch. That's up to you. But what I've done, actually, being the nice teacher that I am, I've given you a on Edmodo. This is the 3C one. 4C one would be similar. A copy of a program called JavaScript Skeleton. And it's probably in your final project, but it's also in here. In this folder, there's something called JavaScript Skeleton. I'm going to click on that and save it. That's saved. Go back to Notepad++, open that thing up, open my JavaScript skeleton, there it was, and there it is. It's not very much. It's only got, there's my dog. My dog, somebody's at the door, obviously, but I think we'll be okay. This was called not my JavaScript file. It was called my program answer. Right, and I've saved that. And so now this program I can run. Notice that the body of the web page is very small. I run this, launch in Chrome, and it actually is running my code. I can't see my web page. It's how far do you want to add up to, let's say 12. When I press OK, I can't see the answer of my JavaScript, but it says hit F12 to see what your JavaScript did. This is to get to the actual console in the web browser. And there's my answer. The total is 78. Now, it was a little bit weird that the program started running the JavaScript before the web page actually you could see the web page, and that might not be what you want, but that's up to you. I'll show you how to fix that, but there's your answer. So now this web page has a connection to your JavaScript program. If I wanted to load my web page first, this script can happen wherever I want. So for instance, if I wanted to put it at the end of the body of my HTML, then it will actually put up some of those HTML elements first. So if I save that and go back to and just refresh, hang on, I'm going to actually close this down so we can see another one. We're going to see it again. I'm going to run it. launch it in Chrome. And notice I can actually see my web page. I couldn't see that before. And I'm going to enter a number. And it still says hit F12 to see my console. There's my console, and I guess that's the answer. So that's how you connect JavaScript to your HTML. Notice the other thing that you might have to do for your final project, certainly you need to do that, is the CSS, right? In jsBin it was easy. You just click on the HTML in the CSS and you can just put all that in there. Well, remember, all we would have to do is have another file with our CSS in there. That's another file with CSS. That's another thing that we can select, cascading style sheets, and I'm going to call it, you know, my CSS or something like that. And then I need a link to that style sheet in the HTML. And how I link to a style sheet is a line that looks just like that. You have it in your notes, but I just Googled how to link CSS. And remember, CSS is the stuff that looks like that. The background color and margins and all that business. That's CSS. It's been a little while, but, and if I want to include that, I put that paste in there, and I think, what did I called it my CSS, and I can see the file name right there. Make sure everything's saved, and remember the HTML is the one that you'll launch. That links it to the CSS. This links it to the JavaScript, and everything works together. Okay? Good luck with that. If you can't figure it out on your own, make sure you ask.